welcome everybody to episode 31 of Wednesday Night Fights Street Fighter V Top 8. We've got some new faces tonight and some heavy hitters, especially with the Texas takeover. But as always, before we get into the bracket, let's do introductions. It's your girl Flexus back at it again. Took a little hiatus, but excited to be here to bring the spice to the mic. I'm very excited because I haven't been able to commentate with you before, so I'm super stoked. I've watched your matches, now I get to be right next to watching them. How you doing, Stupendous?
Hey, what's up? What's up? It's been a while since we've commented together. We've done it before, but it's been a while, and
yeah.
I think this is the first Wednesday Night Fights right after Evo, right? So this is like the post-Evo Wednesday Night Fights. Normally, I know that whenever we have like these locals. Well, this is like an internet local, but whenever we have a tournament right after Evo, people will usually cool down and like they kind of like just take it a little slow and maybe not join the next tournament. But this tournament, this Wednesday Night Fights, has been kind of very interesting. We have a lot of players that are not the normal players that usually join Wednesday Night Fights. We have a couple of, I would like to call them outsiders, but they're not outsiders. They're all really nice people. But let's take a top 8 right here. So what do you see?
Definitely get some flavors of Balrog, some Bison, maybe even some Kage. We have got Samurai versus its LCD. And then rounding out winner's side, we have got Crescent's very own Dr. I always like struggle to pronounce it because so many letters. Is it
Dr. African EX.
Okay, EX. Yeah. Gotta add the EX to it. Gotta add the respect. And with that as well, facing off against Equinox's very own Brian F. I'll try not to show any bias there. But who do we have over on loser's side, Stupendous?
On loser's side, we have No Respect, Mario. Unfortunately, Mario, I believe, and Luigi were in the, I think they were like in the same bracket early on, so they kind of had to eliminate each other. It was very unfortunate. But Mario made it, and as well as UIU, Chris CCH, and Lager, I think that's how you say the prefix, so. Mr. Mad Gear. Very, very interesting top 8. Interestingly enough, this is Brian F's very first Wednesday Night Fights, and he's already like crushing it in winner's side. So I'm very excited to see how he performs tonight.
Oh, absolutely. As we know, Chris CCH is definitely a heavy hitter. We see time and time again. If he's not winning Wednesday Night Fights, he's at least placing in top 3. So I definitely expect to see him going through the bracket. But I also expect to see everybody checking out that Matcherino. Make sure you guys go hit it up. All the codes are claimed, which is fantastic. But if you still got a little extra cash in your pocket, make sure to throw some love to the players and give them something extra to fight for tonight. You can also make sure to go check out the Guilty Gear Strive Matcherino as well. But again, thanks everybody for using up that code.
I want to give a special shout out to Brian F again as well. Yesterday when he was streaming his pools play, after he made it out in winners, he also linked the Matcherino link, and almost instantly all the codes were instantly used up. So, you know, I think people that are joining the tournament and streaming it as well should, you know, do what he did and like just what's that word? What's that word when you shout out something? Shout out, I guess. I'm forgetting a little bit. But special props to him for getting all these codes used up. And if anyone can donate to the pot as well, it will go contribute towards the top 3 of these players, which could be Brian F, Samurai, Dr. African, or any people in the lower bracket like Mr. Mad Gear or Chris CCH, or I forgot who else in there, but whatever, we'll see.
Mario, and No Respect. Again, a lot of heavy hitters coming out tonight. But we will get right into it. Let me cue down because I definitely don't want to be playing. And we already see here, I expect we will see the Akuma from Samurai. And the interesting thing, we don't get a lot of this in top 8s. And especially, you know, coming into Wednesday Night Fights is some Kage action.
Interesting Kage, yes. The character choices, we don't really see too. I think it's just these players in general, that these are very new players that we haven't seen too often in Wednesday Night Fights, which is why we're seeing these cool new character selections. Kage will be one of them. Bison is another one that we don't see too often in Wednesday Night Fights, or at least online Wednesday Night Fights. And Balrog, we see Matoha, but we don't see, no, actually we see G as well from Luigi. Mr. Mad Gear, he plays, I think, Abigail, so we see Blarlad there as well. And Chris CCH, we know he uses Chris, he uses Seth, he uses and Sakura, and I think he used another character, I forgot which one. But I do like the character selection and player selections of tonight's top 8. You're muted, I think. Flexes, I think you're muted.
Thank you. I'm about to go on this fantastic tangent about Blarlad and how I love his tire, but yeah, I guess I'll say that for another time. But we don't have an Abigail on screen. We have got a Kage and an Akuma. Now, Kage really struggles in this matchup because he's got really those short, stubby buttons. He's great at pressure in the corner, but again, so is Akuma. Akuma is got all the tools all around, and he can really succeed in a lot of matchups. So I have to admit, Kage is going to be at a disadvantage in this.
Nice low confirm. Samurai has who's he fighting against? He's fighting it's LCD, right? Let me double check.
Yes, it's LCD.
It's LCD, okay.
It's feeling
now, is this the first time it's LCD entered Wednesday Night Fights? I'm not sure.
I don't know if it's first time,
it's
but
definitely
it's definitely
not his first time. No.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's definitely been at least his first time in quite a long time that we're seeing his name up here in. Struggling here to hold on to that last pixel of life there. Winning the fireball game, but man, that jump's just going to take him out.
Now I really like this solid play from Samurai here. Doesn't really take too many risks. Goes for those confirms. When you can like rely on your fundamentals and your neutral, then you don't really have to like take too many high risk maneuvers. So that really tells the strength of Samurai here. He just plays solid, wins on fundamentals. Very strong player. Absolutely.
I mean, he did in fact qualify last year for CPT. Again, extremely strong player all around. We're seeing that here, just absolutely dominating this match. Finally gets the activation over his LCD, taking the attack a little bit into mid-screen, using that pressure advantage that Kage is so well known. Alright, slowly running out of V-trigger here. Gonna have to be careful. Small confirm, and you don't want to get pushed into the corner against Kage, because again, the play of the game here is to get that corner pressure, but you can't get it started. You're gonna get cat on fireball. That's rough.
Ooh.
Akuma wins.
Okay, so looks like Samurai took the first game. I would say fairly convincingly. But LCD looked like he had that second round when he pushed him into the corner. Fortunately, Samurai just stayed calm, stayed patient, didn't have to worry, just played solid and took the round. Now, I would like to see it's LCD make some adjustments here and kind of like fight for space. In this game, I realized that the corner is very, very important, especially if you play against Akuma.
Yeah, and not to mention too, I think that's where Kage really excels, is when he can get his opponent in the corner, because he has that strong mixing team and he has those pressure. Waking up with 3x Dragon Punch here, and again, keeping this sort of pressure going with the fireball. I like the patience though from Samurai. Slowly his way back. Activation time.
Ooh, nice conversion, nice side switch, put him in the corner, take the throw. What's the options? Oh, that overhead. That overhead was all in.
So good.
Awesome adjustment by It's LCD. Took that round. Didn't even let Samurai activate his V-trigger. Unfortunately, It's LCD missed the confirm. Unfortunately.
Yeah, gonna use DP, send him all the way back into the corner, but it doesn't take long to put him back in his place. Again, this is what we're talking about. Both characters excel being in the having their opponent in the corner here, and both characters also don't have a ton of life, so you have to be mindful of that. Kage, I think, wins a little bit more in the damage output, but still, when you have a huge life deficit, you gotta play it careful. It's like he's doing it.
Oh, he got greedy with the third overhead. It didn't work. Honestly, if it worked, I would have laughed.
I know.
Final round. Fight.
All right, we'll have to see if It's LCD can bring it back and even up the scoreboard here. Again, made some nice adjustments, but I honestly just think Samurai keeps it cool under pressure. Pressure is the main factor of the game right now.
Now, whenever I see these players play, the biggest indicator of pressure cracking I notice is when someone does an unnecessary risky move that either works or does not work, like a wake up DP or like a I don't want to say an overhead because like those are actually valid tools in neutral, but like something risky that can kill you. That's when I know that they're like, okay, they're really risking it on this right now, and we have yet to see Samurai actually do that.
Absolutely. All right, going in with the sleep activate here, utilizing that V-trigger buff on the fireballs gives him a little bit more room. Ooh. That was calculated. That was calculated. The man ran the numbers. He had the phone calculator out. He's like, yep, 1 + 1, that equals 3.
Well, Samurai takes the first game, took the risk of DPing, and he calculated that, you know, if this lands, I win. If this doesn't land, I might lose. And like you said, it was a great calculation, honestly. So Samurai moves on to winners, and something I want to mention that Brian F, since Brian F is next, right? He tweeted something about Texas is taking over Wednesday Night Fights right now. And I'm not sure exactly which players are from Texas. I know Brian F is now in Texas, but do you know who else is in Texas?
Without cheating and doing a quick Twitter search, I'd have to check. But I'm going to assume it's more that maybe it's just Brian talking about himself. You know, him playing Balrog. Balrog's a guy, takes up a lot of space, so he's going to take up a lot of room in that bracket. But we'll have to see how it plays out.
So chat says Mr. Madgear and Doc are also from Texas.
Okay.
So that's at least 3 players in Texas in top 8 of Wednesday Night Fights.
Yeah.
So, and me being from, you know, the West Coast SoCal, I must root on for not Texas, which is basically Samurai and Chris and I think Luigi and Mario. Oh, Mario, not Luigi. Mario and No Respect. So I'm still gonna root for California because everyone else to me right now is an outsider until they win Wednesday Night Fights. Then I'll be like, all right, you guys are pretty good. You guys pretty good. All right. But also, you have to beat me too. You have to beat me.
That you're the ultimate, like the boss battle. There's the boss battle part 1, and then you get summoned in the part 2.
I'm not the boss battle. I'm just a secret. I'm the side secret boss battle that people avoid sometimes, you know, because I'm not worth the fight.
Exactly. Well, I'll keep things interesting. I'll be rooting for the other side of things because I'm in Arizona, so I'm smack dab in the middle of everything here.
Okay.
But yeah, we will see some great action. We have got Dr. African EX, gotta put the respect on the name, versus Brian F. Now, the other thing I really appreciate is Brian F has put in a lot of work behind the scenes, especially on YouTube. I was actually watching some of his videos a bit before today's tournament, actually, because I wanted to get a feel for how he practices on his own time. And I have to admit, make sure you guys go check out Brian F on YouTube because he has some fantastic videos for pretty much anybody at any range of skill within the Street Fighter 5 game. And I believe he covers other games as well, but he breaks down the game in a really interesting way. In his most recent video, he talks a lot about creating muscle memory, how to make that effective within the training mode. So again, really interesting stuff. It's going to be exciting to see him bring that action in. Of course, going against Dr. African EX, busting out, I want to say the Bison, which we'll see here in just a minute. Yeah, the Bison versus the Rog.
Ooh, I wonder how much experience he has with Bison. I'm curious. I always wonder how to fight the Bison matchup as a Balrog player.
I hate any matchup against Bison. I don't care who I'm playing. If I could, again, talking about the secret boss battles that we avoid, Bison is one of them. So. Make sure everybody go into chat. You can do a prediction on who is going to be the Texan to take it. Moving on through the bracket right now. Right, definitely looking strong, getting the damage on their beautiful neutral jump. Ooh. Not that time around.
I love how this entire round, most of it was just neutral fighting. Like none of them has like pushed each other really into the corner, not really putting each other into like a 50-50 situation other than like a feature activation. It was just mostly neutral, fundamental battling.
Absolutely. And ooh, great challenge there on the swipe.
Round 2.
That's gonna take the first round here. And again, I appreciate that too. You know, a lot of heavy play in the neutral. They're using the scissor kicks. Punish EX this time around.
Great reversal. I think people are underestimating the power of an offensive reversal, and I feel like not enough people realize the potential of an offensive reversal.
Absolutely, especially, you know, reversal on the defensive side can be really effective when you're trying to keep that pressure off you, especially against high pressure like Bison or Kage. But to use it offensively and gain the continued advantage, it also is a mental play against your opponent, in a sense. So you're really conditioning them, letting them know that that is an option in your arsenal. But man, right now, talking about options, Brian doesn't have any. Gonna have to eat the EX scissor kicks, evening up round for round.
Fight.
Interesting. Dr. African didn't keep him in the corner. He kind of backed off. He's like, you know what? For some reason, he didn't keep pressuring him in the corner, which is very interesting because maybe he's really comfortable in the neutral. But if I had someone in the corner, I'm like, I'm gonna try to keep you in the corner. But Dr. African, whatever he's doing, it's definitely working.
Oh, absolutely. It is an interesting play here, but right now, talk about corner tactics. Going in with the throw, and Bark has some great 50 options here. You know, go with the overhead or go with the low. Backing up a little bit though. Knows it's not his turn anymore. Push him back in.
I'm curious if V-Reversal does the same amount of damage for every character, because that V-Reversal looks like it did a lot of damage actually.
Ooh, nice anti-air. Gonna get the full screen carry here. I'll have to pay attention and see just how much Great Light that builds. Ooh, Brian F closing it out. But that is a good point. Obviously, I know there is some differences between different characters. And of course, scaling can play, or not scaling, it's just, but the amount of health somebody has can play a factor in that. But yeah, maybe it'll be something we'll have to keep an eye on coming into this next round. It'll be interesting. But I'm curious what adjustments Dr. African need to make. I'd like to see some more pressure from him if he's going to regain control of the match.
Oh, beautiful neutral jump. However, didn't get the shimmies afterwards.
All right, talk about pressure here. Brian up in the corner, using that V reversal, get out of there, back in the neutral space. The EX scissor kicks really has a ton of pushback. Ooh!
The patience. Oh my god, you can cut through it. You can feel it. It's very thick in the air.
You say thick with a couple C's on that. Using that V reversal again, keep pressure off him, especially having activation time. Big damage. That's hard to recover from.
Oof. I believe that was the first crush counter in the game, right? In the set.
You're absolutely right. Oh, missed the throw there. That was unfortunate. Gonna get a punish off of it. End up in the corner. There's a V reversal. We're seeing it again. Brian really relying heavily on those. Doesn't really get an opportunity to activate because of it. Oh.
Oh, this is a dominating round. Here we go.
All right. Oh. I was hyped. I was ready for the big comeback.
Was that the first instance of V-shift in this set?
I don't know, but it was definitely one of the first few times that Brian F finally had the opportunity to activate with V-Trigger. I know he really utilized the V-Reversal heavily throughout the set, which is great against this matchup. But again, I think you're right. It was a difference in the V-shift, and what a beautiful way to use it. Gave Dr. African EX the win there.
Ooh, this is the third time in a row that Brian got crushed. I wonder, does that every time I get crushed, right? I would go, okay, I got crushed, and I got crushed again. I was like, But if I get crushed 2 times in a row, it kind of mentally breaks me. I'm like, this guy definitely knows something about me that I don't.
Yeah, it's definitely a read on your opponent there. And again, Street Fighter at this level becomes a mental game in of itself. We're seeing that there again. It's a dominating round.
Dude, this is the 2nd round in a row that African was able to get a jab to punish or even interrupt the startup of an EX dash punch, which is very interesting.
Ooh. Did they punish there maybe on the neutral jump? Finally getting the crush there, trying to close the gap. Great anti-air.
Oh, the damage.
All right. Ooh, talk about V-shift. Seeing that jab again interrupt the...
Yeah, these jabs are good.
Ooh, there you go. The patience that Brian F exhibited in that last round, I think really showed, and that was the change needed to turn
This is
things...
a good set. They match point both sides here. I actually don't know who's gonna win.
I think it's hard to say. They're making the right adjustment.
Oh, they're playing very careful now. I like this. I like this. Not a lot of unnecessary neutral buttons here. They're kind of just playing it safe, kind of feeling each other out.
All right, going in with the big throw, and that does give a nice push back into the corner now. Reversal.
Look at this movement. They're like buffering and like waiting and blocking and neutraling and jumping. Like,
I know. I'm getting stressed just watching. All right. Oh, beautiful activation here. They go in with some nice damage, following it up with the throw, back throw, gonna send him into the corner. A great jump away, but oh!
Ooh, nice air to air.
Brian does have V trigger too, so this makes him very dangerous.
I think it's hilarious how they both have the command grab V triggers right now.
Oh yeah. Great minds think alike. Uh-oh. This could be it, and it is. Brian F gonna be taking it, moving on into winners finals. But don't worry, if you guys want to see some more Texas action, Dr. African EX ain't down and out for the count just yet. Just down over on Luke's side.
Well, that was actually a pretty exciting match here. Unfortunately, it was Texan had to send another Texan to losers. But now there are 2 Texans in losers and 1 Texan in the winners final fighting against Samurai. Now that's gonna be an exciting match because I don't think I remember this one match. It was at the Red Bull. No, it was at LCQ. I think it was like 2 years ago. And it was a match between Samurai and Brian F. And Samurai did a EXDP on Wake Up, and Brian F blocked it. And what followed up was a combo that killed Samurai, and then Samurai was sent to losers. I was like, wow, that DP stuck in my brain because I'd never seen that much damage done to Samurai before, and I would like to see this run back happen again.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to get to see the action first. And this is what Wednesday Night Fights is all about. Having these highlighted moments from some of the best players in the West Coast. And I guess, I mean, it's kind of in the West Coast. It's a little, it's West enough, right? But it is really exciting to see. And you know what else is exciting? Richie knows. We're gonna talk about that here and bring up a video to discuss what that application is. Because I did some research here. And it's really interesting because it is a social network for gamers. So it's not just fighting game related, but it has a lot of really, really cool things that allows you to connect with other gamers within your region. So we talk about Wednesday Night Fights being on the West Coast. Well, this is gonna kind of, I don't want to say assist with that, but it's a region-based thing. Really interesting.
Yeah, I'll bring up a little video to kind of emphasize on what you're talking about. I know I showed a little bit last week, but this one should kind of have a more understanding of like all the pieces that are starting in the alpha test. So stand by, guys.
Richie knows. We connect gamers. Welcome to our sitemap. You can tap and discover anything gaming. Find gamers in your area. Find deals from local gaming businesses. Want to play? We'll help you find your people. Create a play. Host. And get ready to play. Search by player or by game. Find your community. Search events, from cultural competitions and tournaments, educational to esports. Visit Vent. Find Richie's in the know. And you can win free food daily. Vent, our virtual mental health spa for gamers. Tournaments will stage citywide and city versus city tournaments in some of gaming's biggest titles. Richie Knows site has easy navigation, easy to find messages, access to tournaments, personal settings, and Richie Roulette, where you can earn daily prizes, plus Vent. On our pull-down menu, you'll find Richie Coins, our reward for engagement system that pays off quickly. And for brands, it pays off even more. CPMs based on engagement just works. Our users are engaged. Tap on a brand's logo and a Richie coin appears with a set value. Tap on the logo and get the coins. Get the coins and earn free food. We work hand in hand to deliver both a customer reward and your value proposition. It's as easy as tap and earn. Richie Knows is the local social network that's going to be everywhere. Alpha testing in Los Angeles, but scaling to 30 major markets in the US. Quite simply, Richie Knows is everything gaming. Richie Knows. We connect gamers.
All right. No, thank you guys for watching. Richie Knows. Like again, last week we showed a little bit of it. It showed some familiar faces. So Level Up is actually working with Richie Knows just to kind of get a feel of like what is working, what isn't working, because they're in their alpha test. And what it is basically an app or a sitemap that it's like a Yelp for gamers. Like if you're in like your region and you're a gamer and you want to do gaming things, you're opening up like 20 to 50 tabs, like Discord, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, blah, 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 blah. So why not have it in one section where like, look, hey, there's a convention going on. Here's a dot to where it's at. Here's like food that gamers go to near the convention. Here's a tournament that is taking place in this region if you're in the area. Here's some concerts that like gamers go to. So like everything that has to do with gamers and the lifestyle. So and one of the reasons I was interested in this is because I'm an organizer and I am tired of going to so many different freaking avenues to market our events. So if I can have a destination to where people are visiting from Chicago, Florida, New York, and they want to know what's going on in the SoCal area for events, Level Up events can be there, or Richie Knows events can be there. Richie Knows also is running events, and we're helping them with a Street Fighter 5 tournament that's going on next week. You can win a $100 gift card for first place from Amazon. Second place gets $75. Third place gets $50. They're doing casual tournaments, so like anybody can enter. It's on August 20th, so we're running the tournament, so don't worry, it's legit. We're gonna give these cards off to you digitally, so after you win, you must have a Richie Knows account. It's easy, just sign up with an email. You don't have to pay for anything, and then you're good to go. It's gonna be on the Smash EG site. I'll link the tournament in the chat, so if you guys have any questions or anything, or want to see like what the rules are, standard Street Fighter 5 rules. We're running it. It's going to be pretty easy. And hopefully, with this alpha test, it gives Richie Knows the feedback that they're looking for. So that way they can launch this stuff in other cities and say like, we travel to other majors and regionals, and we want to know what's going on versus like asking your friends all the time, because not all your friends may not know this stuff. So that's why we're involved. We actually want to make like a new type of trend so we can locate each other better. So yeah, thank you guys. Enough for me blabbing. Let's go back to the tournaments. Thanks.
Yeah, and I just want to tack on some of the interesting features as I'm going through it, and you guys can go check it out at Richie Knows, and that's RICHIEN or KNOWS.com, and check it out. And they even have a tab called Vent, which is like what they call a mental health spa for gamers. So you guys can go check that out. I think we could all use a few mental, or I think we could all, you know, use some venting time every now and then, especially when we're off against a Bison or a Nakuma or Dawson. So, but speaking of facing off, who do we have up next on deck, Stupend?
Up next, we have No Respect versus Mario. No Respect, I think he plays Urien and possibly Gil, but I know he usually plays Urien. Does he play Gil? I'm wondering. And Mario plays mostly Karen. I do think he's been learning other characters the past year or two, but I know him mostly as a Karen player, so very excited to see who makes it out. Winner fights Dr. African's Bison. I don't know if Dr. African actually plays any other characters other than Bison, but it's very exciting seeing new players fight like the regulars at Wednesday Night Fights, because Dr. African and Brian F, they're currently not regulars. I wouldn't even consider Samurai a regular. He like joins every now and then. Like usually you see like JB and Nephew and maybe me, but like when you see Samurai join a tournament and you see Brian F join a tournament, I'm just like, wait, we don't normally see these people and they're winning this tournament. What's going on?
Yeah, no, it is really cool to see these new names coming up. I even get excited when we see some of the AZ boys coming through. I know we've had them, actually, one of them win a Wednesday Night Fights. So it is really cool, and I know there's a lot of pride in seeing people from like Jin coming and competing. So I think it's awesome to actually see people from these other regions take advantage of the tournament is online now. So it's going to be a good time. And speaking of a good time, now we've got, as you said, No Respect versus Mario. It does look like it's going to be the Urien versus the Karen. So going to be kind of an interesting matchup.
Yes. Now, I want to make something clear really quick, right? Even though this, like, you know, we're bringing up this, like, oh, Texas versus West Coast. Like, no, there's no real rivalry. This is, like, fun rivalries, right? Like, there's always going to be, like, some type of rivalry, right? But the best thing is, right, whenever, like, you go to, like a premiere and, like, you see all the internationals, then it becomes a real rivalry, right? Well, not even a real rivalry. It's like, okay, now it's just America versus Japan or, like another country versus another country, right? So like all those little mini rivalries don't mean anything anymore. It's just like now we just support each other. Let's go, Brian F. Let's take out Tokido. You know what I mean? It's like that's what really happens, right? So even at the local level, right, at Wednesday Night Fights, there's like even minor rivalries that happen in between us. But like when we go to like even like a ranking, right, we'll support each other mostly and be like, take him out.
Oh yeah, and it's always funny too, because at the end of the day, regardless of who wins or loses, you're still gonna support them because we still love all of our favorite players. Yeah. But right now, looking like Mario taking his turn back, getting back into the action here. Got the corner pressure, going in with the throw. Ooh, big activation.
Now, there's something I noticed that Mario is really, really good at, right? His confirm game is actually on point, right? I mean, when you play as Karen, you need to have a very, very strong confirm game. But like I run into him like a lot of times, right? And his neutral is actually really, really strong. So like I'm really curious how he deals with like Urien, because sometimes Urien just bypasses his neutral.
Oh yeah, Urien gets to cheat. Urien gets to look over your test, you know, take all your answers and not get caught by the teacher. Urien's allowed to a little bit in this sort of situation.
Wow, that was a counter hit jab into a crouch medium punch conversion confirmed off of like max distance almost. That is like, I'm like, wow, dude, I wish my character could do that. And if my character could do that, I wish I had the skill to confirm that.
Absolutely. And talk about skill, confirming into critical art here. Big damage and still one hit away from death. No Respect's gonna have a big margin to back here.
Well, That was quite a far throw range.
Yeah, she's got a like really big throw range, and not to mention too, if you have the right setup, you're just pushing your opponent straight into the corner, so that even gives you more of an advantage. You don't normally get Oki off of it, but in that situation, it definitely works out in favor.
All right, let's see if No Respect can make some adjustments to deal with these godlike confirms.
Going in with a throw, talking about throw range here. Urian doesn't have a big one. He's got to get up close and personal. That can be kind of scary against Urian. But one hit from stun, there it is.
Wow. So 5 seconds in, Mario's already in the corner. When Urian has you in the corner, it's just scary.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what part of the match you're in, whether he has V-Trigger or not, it's a scary time, and nobody's having fun unless your name is Urian.
Now, I do like how No Respect is taking these risky EX reversals because it's actually working, but it's also like super risky.
Yeah, using the knees though, I like that answer out of the corner, especially because it's kind of a hard angle for carrying to anti-air, and she doesn't have the best anti-air in the game. Doesn't matter when you're still on the ground here. Backing up, great challenge there on the missed headbutt.
Final round.
Sorry, that was the shoulder cover.
Whoa, that throw was far. Next tackle. I like how like most of Urian's EX moves, except for the headbutt, is relatively safe and quick.
Yeah, and it has a little bit of that pushback too, so it still gives him that advantage. Big activation here. Ooh, the caught on the toes. Going in with the side switch.
You got caught teching in neutral. No, not like this. Now, what I do like what No Respect is doing, he is very
Urian wins.
what's that word? When you don't care about using a meter and you just throw it out, like what's that word?
Yeah, like just using it liberally.
Just using it, yeah.
Are you talking about being a Urian player?
Oh yeah, there we go.
There you go. He's just doing Urian things, baby. That's all he's doing. He's like, wait for it, EX shoulder. That's what he's doing. You guys give him too much credit, man. Ted? Shit.
He's not confirming anything. He's just doing Urian things.
Just Urian things.
Now the first game it was mostly random EX headbutts. The second game it was mostly random EX tackles. I wonder what the third game will be.
EX knees?
EX knees.
Yeah. Is it head, knees, and toes or something? I don't know. Alright, the corner pressure. Trying to use the knees to get out of there. Again, Hair doesn't have a strong anti-air, but does have some power pack behind that punch and enough to put Mario at set point.
Round 2. Fight.
Already into the corner, 5 seconds in.
Using that EX tackle.
Oh, no.
Big punish there on
no,
the...
he's doing everything.
Oh, it looked like a little bit of a drop there because of the delay wake up. Big throw though.
Oh, I think Mario's caught on. Whenever Ted has meter, you know something's gonna happen. Oh, he has meter, watch out.
All right, we're waiting for it now.
We're waiting for his meter.
Oh! Surprised Mario didn't try to follow up with that. There's the meter. And he's got V-trigger. There's the activation part. Oh!
Oh my god. So lucky.
What did I say? Urian things. The things.
Oh man.
That meter usage.
I kind of love it.
You know, Mario's been holding on to like maximum meter for quite a while now. I kind of wonder if Mario should start using meter like Ted's using meter.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, he was like, let me show you what this does.
Oh no!
Oh. Oh. And then
He had full bar the entire game.
and in a turn of events, No Respect takes it and moves on to face off against Dr. African EX. That was I'm gonna be honest, a little unexpected because we saw how things are playing out. It looked like Mario was really picking things up. But again, you have to, when you have the meter, you do have the, you'll always pull it back. And there's a lot of good things that Karen can do when he has a meter. So just unfortunate situation there. But No Respect took advantage of it.
I mean, he used his meter when he had it. Like, you can't fault that. I mean, if I had meter and I could use it, I would use it, honestly. Zangief doesn't really have too many opportunities to use meter without dying. And Urian's just like, I can use meter and have no drawback. All right, then, let's do it.
Urian's the kind of guy that as soon as that paycheck hits his bank account, he spends it all in one sitting.
But you know, great showing by No Respect though. He gets to fight Dr. African. No, Urian versus Bison now. That's gonna be an interesting match. I wanna see the meter usage of Ted versus Dr. African's neutral. This is gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be chaotic, and I am so looking forward to it. But before we get into that madness, we got some other madness. Talking about Mr. Madgear facing off against UIU's own Chrissy C8.
Now, I think Chris has a lot of practice versus Abigail because, you know, Blarlad, you know, he regularly plays in Wednesday Night Fights as well, and he mainly plays Abigail. So I'm really curious because, like, I think Madgear and Blarlad both have very different styles. So I'm really curious how, like, each of the Wednesday Night Fight players adjusts to a different Abigail, kind of like how Brian F joins our tournament, and I wonder how, like, our players adjust to, like, a different type of Barog player, because Matoha is our regular Barog player, but now we have Brian F here. Does Brian F still play G? Now I'm curious, because if I were to play Brian F, does he just pick G?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too, because I knew he had a little bit of a G in his back pocket. But the other interesting thing too is Larlad usually brings out the tire. I don't know if we're gonna see that here with Mr. Mad. So, and that can be something that's a little bit of a detriment because it's your get out of jail free card in a lot of the situations that soccer can put you.
Ooh, great usage of V-Skill 1 right there.
Ooh, utilizing a parry as well. I love to see it. Again, second time around. Bringing out the big stuff. Activation time here for Chris CCH.
Oh no, you're only making him more angry. Be careful, Chris. Ooh, was that a parry that didn't happen?
Yeah, it looks like a good punish off of it. Misses the throw, but doesn't matter because Chris CCH still takes advantage with a great anti-air. Keeping the corner, but not for long. Activation time.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. I see super meter. I see V-trigger. I see death in Sakura's eyes.
Looking the Grim Reaper in the eyes right now, and I mean, I'd be scared, but no guard break.
Yes.
Oh man, I always just get tickled when I see Abigail on screen. He's so silly, like just some of the nonsense that he pulls through. So it's always a good time. But again, holding on to a huge amount of meter puts Abigail in a great spot because she can put out a lot of damage very quickly. Talking about damage, though, Sakura hits like a truck.
Now, both of them have a lot of meter right now. Okay, never mind. Madgear's been holding on to the meter for a while, and I'm curious if he's going to hold on to it, because we know what happens when you hold on to meter in this game.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't always end up well. Utilizing that meter again, a hit from stun. Using the back throw will definitely do it here. Give it to him a second time and even up round for round.
Oof. Now it's funny, right? because Abigail's just like a slowish, sluggish, clunky character that I think some people assume that he doesn't really have confirms, but he actually does have a few confirms, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
More than Zangief, I think.
Yeah, and not to mention too, utilizing that parry can be so key, especially if Sakura's trying to get her slam. That gives Abigail even more opportunity to take a turn. And if you're Christy CH, you have to keep that in mind now because you can't be liberal with your pressure.
Take these throws. Oh
Yep.
no.
Using the V reverse on the corner, or the V shift in the corner. Oh, that is rough.
That was dirty. That was dirty. That was dirty.
Sakura wins.
How do you block that?
Ew. You just cry in the corner and wait. It becomes a one-player game quickly.
Now that was a counter hit when Chris tried to do the reset. Now I'm wondering, did Mad Gear press a button? Did he try to mash a direction, or what happened?
Honestly, I would imagine he was trying to take his turn back, and obviously we don't quite know for sure. We'll find out here how things pan out. But it seemed that Mad Gear really wasn't wasn't using that parry that he had used in the first round that got him actually that first win. We weren't really seeing that executed in the following match. So I'm kind of curious to see if, that comes back into the plan or if it's just kind of a effort.
Yeah, Chris, the first game when Mad Gear won the round, he activated V-Trigger and he had Super Meter, and I was able to take advantage of the fact that Chris could have died at any moment. The second two rounds, I think Chris just steamrolled him in the corner. When Chris has his Sakura against anyone in the corner, I feel like his pressure is actually very, very strong. He has shimmies, he has light kick punishes in the DP, which leads in the Maoki, especially against a big character like Abigail.
Yeah, and you mentioned the shimmy, and that's huge because Sakura has such fast mobility, and she's able to navigate across screen very quickly. So I definitely agree that puts a big factor here. Going in for the throw. Ooh, looked like a missed parry there.
Nice, baited the parry. All right, here's the corner. Dangerous. Get punched in the face.
Oh. Maybe
Is that a drop or was that like a reset? I don't know.
it's hard to say. Ooh, the V shift. That was beautifully timed. Did not want to get caught. Oh, there's the guard break there, though.
Ooh,
The
nice.
second time. Uh-oh. Saying it at the same time because we know what was going to happen next. Christy CH sitting on match point right now.
I like this right here, right? Like, they're both not really taking risk, right? Just take fireballs, kind of jumping every now and then. No need to, like, really go in, except when you jump in and get parried, but still.
Yeah, it definitely can work out if you use it the right way. Parrying the fireball. You gotta be careful with that, though, because, again, utilizing that fast ability here. The crush back into the neutral. Missed the... Oh.
Ooh, great punish.
Yeah.
Alright, he has V-Trigger. Be careful, Chris. Be careful.
He didn't hear you! You should have said it louder, Stupendous.
Oh no.
Alright,
Oh no.
yep.
That's so
There's
much
the
damage.
pick. Oh! Oh,
No,
that's
that punish.
heartbreaking! Oh! That was a sick punish and absolutely heartbreaking here.
You know what's funny? I think V-Shifts really, really destroyed Abigail.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
any character with like an unblockable move, like Alex, Abigail, even Zangief's super kick. Like,
Yeah.
all these moves that like kind of force you to guess when to block. Like, you can just kind of V-shift and be like, all right, I'm out of here. I'll deal with this.
No, absolutely.
Ah.
It definitely is detrimental. It is I feel for you guys, but only a little bit as a Chun-Li player. Only a little. And I'm just glad it's not me, but it looks like Chrissy Sage's gonna be moving on to quarterfinals, facing off against its LCD. So gonna get a different flavor, busting out with that Kage a little earlier. Hopefully,
Yes.
it's
So-
gonna be interesting if it's the battle of the Shodos.
Is Sakura? Yes, Sakura's a Shoto. Yeah, they're both Shotos. Interesting, yes. But I'm gonna keep the tally mark in my head. The record is SoCal 1, Texas 0.
Oh! Okay, I see you. You're gonna make some people salty. That's okay, Texas. We'll bring it back. I'm on your guys' side.
I'm on both sides really, but I just want to keep the tally mark in my head, you know.
I don't know. Keep it score right there. But jokes aside, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Who do we
It
have
is.
next up on deck?
It is No Respect, the meter usage of No Respect versus the solid fundamentals of Dr. African.
Literally just the meter usage. Oh, that just like tickles me so much. It's so funny. I'm interested to see if Dr. African can lock down Urian, because Urian is such a slippery character that you really can't, like, if you can get him stuck in a spot, he's pretty he's pretty, but he has so many options to get out of sticky situations that it might be difficult, but gotta hold the plus frames there.
Now, what's funny is, right, both of these characters, right, are the type of characters that people keep complaining about, saying like,
Yeah.
oh, Bison just does Bison things, Urian just does Urian things. So I'm kind of curious, right, whose things are gonna win this game?
That's a good point. And again, it is a matter of if he's going to be utilizing the meter usage, or how he's going to be utilizing this meter usage. If he's going to continue to use it very liberally in this matchup, or if he's going to be a bit more reserved here. But getting the advantage on the life lead, great overhead, and the stun.
You know what? I'm really proud of No Respect right now because he had minimal usage of meter this round.
Yeah, changing things up, keeping us on our toes. But maybe he's you know, saving the dessert for after dinner, saving up the meter for the next round to try and close things out.
Oh, there we go. I was waiting for that.
Ooh, the EX headbutt. Following it up to nice pressure. I like No Respect's patience in this too. Jump away from the slide.
Whoa, that elbow. Oh, Ted feels it. He knows that meter's coming.
Yep. He sees it. One hit, there it is. Doesn't even need to use it. He gets to take the money home with him. Taking the first match. No
Now,
respect.
He won this game without using V-Trigger. Like, he
Yeah.
didn't have to rely on, you know, the Urian mix-ups, just the Urian things.
Yeah, and it's interesting too, because that V-Trigger plays a weird role in whether or not it's going to be the comeback factor, and it is definitely a journey turn that ties in Urian's favor. But I like that you point that out because it shows too, No Respect doesn't have to rely on that, and he can actually utilize that as a V-reversal option or a, hey, I'm getting out of jail free card against Bison's pressure. Big stomp here. Talk about pressure.
Ooh, that knee to the face hurts.
Ooh, done.
That was actually a very convincing round, but I believe it's because No Respect didn't use any meter. But now that he has one bar at least, I expect a win.
Right? Yeah. You give him an inch, he'll take a mile. In the corner here, but yep, gonna use that EX tackle that gives him a little bit of pushback. But poor use there of the EX headbutt. Big punish from Dr. African. activation time. In the corner, the throw. Oh!
Whoa, that's a sick setup.
Okay. See you out here. Using that V skill, power things up a little bit.
Oh, this might hurt.
A little bit. Oh no! That's at least the second time just within this round that we've seen him utilize that EX headbutt and get hugely punished for it. That is so unfortunate.
I think Dr. African has gotten used to the random Urian timings of his meters.
Yeah, and I like the, you know, the worst thing that could happen is you block the EX headbutt and then you get a fantastic opportunity to punish. You block the EX tackle, sure, you know, Urian still gets the advantage there, but you're not taking a whole lot of damage. So, really, you don't entirely lose in that situation. Eight on the knee.
I like this. Ooh. Now, I like how Dr. African is using 3 jabs on his wake-up combos because those 3 jabs are all safe from an EX headbutt. Ooh. No respect, being very patient, willing to take a throw.
Yeah, utilizing, again, doesn't have to rely on that. You're utilizing that. Ooh, the knees out of the corner.
Nice escape, nice counter confirm, nice shimmy. What a sequence.
All right, this match point here for no respect. We can pull it back. Looking good.
Ooh, great air.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate too. No, oh no! I was just about to compliment him, and he goes and pulls up son. Oh, I was gonna say I do appreciate him knowing when to take his turn. That can be a difficult thing to spot against Bison.
Oh my god! I just did it in his face.
Ooh. That's up there. Activation time.
Oh, great usage of reversal.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what this means? This means California 2, Texas 0.
Dang, you're keeping track.
I'm keeping
Are you
track
sure?
right now.
Are you sure? You know, you're not rooting for someone a little bit more than someone else.
I'm actually rooting for Brian F, honestly, but you know, I gotta root for Samurai even more.
Okay, I'll take it.
Because I have Brian F emotes. You know, I subbed to him the other day. I was like, you know what? I learned a lot of tech from you. You seem like a pretty cool guy. You work really hard putting out those YouTube videos and streaming. You deserve my emote. You deserve my sub.
Aw, such a generous man, Stupendous. And speaking about generous, we are going to give you some more Street Fighter V action because we've got It's LCD versus Chris up next on deck. It's going to be a good one. I'm excited for that. Because,
you know what I'm excited for? I'm excited to see how high this Maturino puck can actually hit. It's currently at $85 right now, which is like pretty good.
Got the segues. Yeah, definitely looking nice. Now, we are out of codes, but you can still complete sponsorship quests on the right-hand side. And if you got a little extra change in your pocket, you can send some love the player's way by donating into that prize pool. 284 of you. I know one of you knows how to click a button on the sponsorship quest. You can go check that out. And a big thank you to everybody who donated, of course. But yeah, it's really exciting to see when we see those codes used up, because that's not always the case with a lot of the Maturino. So it is really cool to see. And make sure to go give some love to the Guilty Gear Strive Maturino as well. Obviously, that through. So a lot of love there. But I'm loving some Shoto action. I'm loving this Kage because we don't get to see a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a rough time for him, especially against Sakura. It was bad enough against Akuma, but I feel like Sakura's a whole other.
Yes, Sakura is actually a very, very strong character. However, not only is this just Sakura, it is against UYU Chrissy CH, winner of the Intel World Open. He won, right? Yeah, he won. Yeah, that's a very strong opponent to fight against. I don't envy LCD right now at all. But you know what? I consider him the underdog, and I will hope that he wins because nothing more satisfying than seeing someone this high fall down off their horse. I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, honestly, it would be exciting to see, but we have to also think about the fact that with Kage, he does not have a ton of health. He's actually pretty low on roster health, even though he makes up for it with some great opportunities for pressure. But in the retrospect, Sakura hits like a truck. Maybe it's like a small Toyota pickup truck, but it's still a truck, and it's gonna hit hard. And on top of that, he's got fantastic mobility. Kage has really stubby normals that can be really, really difficult for him to get his plan started. So it's gonna have to take a lot of control from its LCD and maintaining that pressure once he gets it.
All right, so this is not Sakura. And,
it's pulling out the set.
Yes, but now I do know that Chris has been actually trying to perfect this like V-Trigger 2 tech that like it's very hard to block, and there's already a lot of like hard to block V-Trigger 2 combos, but I know Chris specifically has been working on many variations of it, and every time I see it, I'm just like, wow, dude, this is kind of messed up. You can't reversal it, you can't block it, you have to hold it. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, it really is a difficult situation. We're seeing that here too. You really gotta hold it.
Oh, that was so cheap.
I'm just glad it's not me right now. That's all I can say about that. Nice break on the throw. Trying to find his opportunity out. Gets a good pressure counter back into the neutral here. Activation time and keeps this pressure going. Backs off.
Okay. Very soon, Chris is gonna get. Oh, here comes second V trigger. Okay, so he guessed wrong the first time.
All right, looks like he guessed right the second time, but wasn't able to hold on to that. Oh, that's heartbreaking too. You like block such a difficult like V trigger string like that, and then you just get hit with the low. That's rough. Ooh. Nice punish.
Oh wow, what's up? Perfect.
Kage.
Oh no!
Lost it! Fix it! He dropped the food on the floor, said, "Nah, I know the 3-second rule," and picked it back up immediately.
Alright, Chris has a lot of meter. We do know that Seth does a lot of damage with the super, so I'm curious because Kage doesn't really have exactly a lot of health. So I wonder if Chris is gonna get him low enough to just be in super range and just kill him, because we haven't seen too much meter usage yet this round.
No, not at all. But talk about meter usage coming in with the EXP here. Nice punish. Activation time. Ooh.
Oh no, this might kill.
Yeah, he does have the super gonna calling it.
Very, very interesting conversion with the V-Trigger 2. I was actually expecting a different combo, but like, it worked anyways, and it killed.
Seth wins.
I think it overkilled even.
It
Definitely.
overkilled.
I mean, you're seeing that Final Fantasy 9999 damage coming through. It was a lot, and Chris CC's gonna take the first game from it.
You remember when seeing Sephiroth do like the entire universe shit on you?
Oh
yeah.
And then
Supernova,
you
yes.
would just freaking like, yo, what the hell? You got hit by that, your entire team dies the first time? Like, yo, thank you for playing? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the damage. I remember.
That was like one of the most epic spells I remember from my childhood.
I just remember like the numbers in that font just ingrained in my brain. And talking about getting ingrained into the ground here with that throw.
Round 2.
Alright,
Oh
Chris
man,
CCH right now.
that was a very dominating round from Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. And gonna be sitting on set point here. But nice strong start here for LCD.
I do like how LCD just throws in that EX overhead. It's because it does so much damage. And it works most of the time.
Going in with the throw. A great anti-air again. We're definitely seeing a lot of those land more than they don't. It's really worked out in LCD's favor, but gotta be careful here. With the 1,000 fists. Oh,
Yo, that conversion. Yo, that conversion. You know what this tells me? This tells me that Chris has probably studied every single V-Shift 1 combo and has optimized it for every character.
Seth wins.
That's dedication.
Yeah, and probably has it on some type of Excel spreadsheet. I should ask him, hey yo man, what's the combo for this versus this character? And he probably tell me, because like you don't too often see a person that can convert a V-Shift 1 combo with Seth into super. It's very impressive.
Yeah, it really is. You know, share those Excel spreadsheets next time. We can give them the love. But going right in, it's like Chris CCH gonna face off against No Respect over in losers semi-final. But before we get down into the nitty-gritty loot side of things, we're gonna hop back up into winners. We have Samurai versus Brian F.
Now this is gonna be a very, very good match because it's Samurai, like very, very strong, one of the best in the West Coast, versus Brian F. Recently moved to Texas, playing our first Weds Night Fights ever. Probably really wants to win, and you know we really don't want him to win. Just kidding. No. But it's gonna be a very good match regardless, because to me this is watching like a run back of the LCQ, except it's online. But it's gonna be, and it's like 2 seasons later, so it's gonna be very different. But it's still gonna be a very, very good match.
Yeah, and the interesting thing too that I try to think about in this too, with Samurai playing Akuma, you know, Akuma has a lot of edges, and Balrog is very heavily on the ground. So trying to combat it, and Balrog has an okay anti, kind of like in that same space, and you can correct me, but you know, kind of an okay anti as well. And the interesting thing for me is how he locked down Samurai. Especially because Samurai also, not even just Samurai, but Akuma in of itself has every tool in the roster. Balrog is a little bit more limited.
Mm-hmm. This is true. Akuma can pretty much do everything in the game, and Balrog has to kind of like fight to try to do anything.
Yeah, Balrog's a little bit of the underdog here in this regard, but putting it in the hands of Brian F, I don't know if I'd call him an underdog quite yet. Brian F.
No, definitely no underdog in these two. These two are very, very, very strong opponents.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, big throws here, locking down in the corner, using that V reversal out of there, get the pressure off him. Ooh, nice crush.
All right. I want to confirm. Samurai has been on point with these low medium kick confirms all night.
Oh, absolutely. All right, pulling through here. Oh, look into that. That was unfortunate. Going in with the side switch too for Samurai here, and potentially could go for the chip if he. Scratch that, utilize the meter. But still, Brian F's 1 hit away. Activation time. Oh, but it just wasn't enough.
Wow, that took a lot of guts to jab after being minus.
That was rough. Ooh, nice confirmed jab. They're pushing in the corner. It's not enough to maintain the pressure.
Oh no, the first miss confirmed from Samurai for the night.
Yeah, the punish on the Tatsu, unfortunate.
I like how patient these two are playing, not really taking too many risks.
I think we've seen that patience before too with each of these players in their own respective games prior to this. So we're kind of seeing that come into play here, and I think this is going to be really good, especially for Brian F coming into into this because, again, Balrog relaxes a lot. Ending it with the command grab, I love it. That's style in Flair.
Ooh.
I gotta like that.
Okay, now we have Samurai with all the meters. Remember what I like to say about meter usage.
You gotta use it, otherwise
You gotta use it, yes.
Yeah, if you've got the cash, spend it. Otherwise, it ain't gonna be worth it. 'Cause you can always earn more. Seen that there?
Ooh, this spacing is very, very good. It's like you don't want to press a button at the wrong time, otherwise you get crushed.
That's very true on either side of things. Oh, small punish there. Uppercut.
I'm really curious how the connection is because right now they're doing a lot of walk, crouch, walk, crouch, walk, crouch. So like confirming is, I feel like might be a little difficult, and it might be actually extra scary too because when both players are actually walking and crouching at the same time, it's very hard to understand whether a hits or not depending on the lag.
No, you're absolutely right there. I like that use of the V-shift though out of this fireball. Great air to air as well. Ryan's just making such smart decisions in these normally really tricky situations Akuma can put you in. I like it. I like it a lot.
Oh, time's running out. Samurai is losing, but Samurai has all the meters, so how is he gonna... Oh no, the misconfirm!
Oh!
You know, I have not usually seen Samurai crack under pressure, but this was 2 misconfirms in this game already.
Yeah, it was interesting to see, especially because, you know, he missed the Tatsu the first time, and that's kind of shocking. It's surprising, but I have to admit, I really love the patience that Brian F has, and I love that he has to be labbing it because to know what to do. Okay, who's throwing air fireballs at you? You're seeing the purple coming across, and to know to V-shift away from that and timing for that is so smart.
Oh, that tap!
Oh, that was a big trade. And big damage to follow. You again, that offensive V reversal we talked about earlier. Keep him in the corner, get the stun.
That wake up DP has been blocked again. Oh.
Ooh.
Now, what I do like about these 2 players is that they're not really jumping in at each other, unless it's like, you know, like a setup. But like, because they know that each other can really anti-air whenever, if they really wanted to.
No, you're absolutely right there. We're seeing them play very intelligently in a way that they're not underestimating their opponent. I think that's, especially again, at this level, you don't want to underestimate. And you want to assume, okay, my opponent is probably going to anti-air me. You're probably going to punish this, so I have to be smart. Ooh, going in with a sweep. I like that. We haven't seen that yet from him.
Raw sweep from Balrog, it's fairly punishable, but when he gets it, it's like, how do you know? How do you know to sweep me? That was so far.
Oh yeah.
That was so far.
That command grab, I felt that from a mile away. I think the earth shook.
So this is winners final, so it is best out of 3, and he is up 2-0. Looking pretty grim for Samurai now. What's going on? He did land a couple of crouch medium kicks that round. However, he did not convert into a Tatsu. So I wonder, is it jitters? Is it Samurai being spooked? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know if it's just a matter of Samurai just doesn't know how to combat.
Again.
You know, getting impatient against Brian F's patience. And that's the thing too, is when you're against an opponent that has such high amount of patience and knows the answers to what you try to introduce, you get discouraged and you get impatient, you make mistakes. Ooh, big crush here. Out of the corner and a lot of damage to follow. Oh, got the overhead. This one landed.
Oh my god, this sequence does so much damage. Oh my god, the
Oh.
other reset.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Samurai is getting hit by every single overhead that ever existed.
Brian F is saying this is a one-player game now. I like too introducing the V skill there with the spin, you know, because of Akuma's fireball. It is an answer that says, hey, you know, I know this is a thing. It could be an option for me. Samurai has to be really smart with how he utilizes his fireballs. It's another approach.
No, I like how Samurai's like he's like, you know, slowly wins the neutral, like, you know, get some small wins here and there. But then Brian just opens up a can and just starts winning the big battles. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like the big battles in the end will win, and all the little small battles don't mean anything.
No, you're absolutely right there. And talking about big battles here, big damage to follow, activates the V trigger. One hit away for Samurai. Gotta be careful, but potentially for Brian up too. Takes the right kind of confirm, especially with all that meter. Oh!
Ooh, I was waiting for the demon, and
I
all that
was
came was a
too.
basic throw. Really?
I was expecting it, to be honest with you. I think we all were surprised. M. Night Shyamalan twist at the end. Big damage to follow. Great start for Samurai here at the round. But again, Brian is still sitting at match point. Nice anti-air.
Ooh. And these footsies, this spacing, I would have got crushed like 4 times already.
Yeah, and being cautious with Balrog's just out of range for Kuma to punish some of
Oh,
these
he missed. Low medium kick confirmed, but nothing out of it.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, that was so well timed. Oh, missed the grab. Oh, I missed the grab and got punished for it.
Balrog wins.
So, what was that? I think you can add a 1 to Team Text right now.
The score is now 2-1. Good job, Brian F. Moves on to grand final, so he is guaranteed second place. So he's guaranteed second place of all that Matcherino money.
Yeah. Which again, thank you everybody so much for using up those codes. Make sure too, you can still go check out the Matcherino. Utilize the sponsor plus on the right hand side. If you got a little extra change in your pocket, you can support the players and send it away.
But yeah, that was that fairly convincing? It was what, 3-0? It was 3-0, wasn't it? It was 3-0, yes. It was 3-0. Samurai got 1 round, I think.
Yeah,
Possibly
I think
2.
it felt like Samurai was slowly dwindling down. It seemed like, okay, at first he was, you know, starting to get a hang of things, and then it became very clear that Brian F was becoming dumb, and that got pushed further and further and further. And after a while, it just wasn't a surprise that Brian F was gonna take.
So up next we have here is No Respect versus Chris CCH. Now, I'm really curious how Chris is gonna handle all the Urian things. All the meters, the knee drops, the elbows, the tackles, the headbutts, the Aegis, like, can he handle all that? I can't handle it. I got hit by every single one of them.
Oh, absolutely. But the one thing I will say though is No Respect actually in the last match against Dr. African EX, he was actually a little bit more reserved in his, and I think it does how he utilizes his meter comes into play with his opponent. How is his opponent? Can he be a little bit more wild and crazy? Or does he need to really tone down? So, and going in with the Seth again, this is going to be rough too, having to deal with that V-trigger too.
Round 1. Fight.
I'm really curious, like, I know Sakura's a fairly strong character, right? And Seth is also a fairly strong character. So, and I know Chris has the ability to pretty much beat any character with either of these characters. So is he just choosing this based on comfort, or is he choosing this based on matchup? Like, as in, like, Seth actually beats Yurei more than Sakura does or something like that.
That I'm not sure. Going with the V-trigger active here. Ooh, blocked it! Wow!
Whoa.
That was
What a
fancy
punish.
stuff. Yeah, looking strong right here for no respect. Oh. Alright, gonna throw in. Oh, miss. Another confirm. This is what, 3 now? 3 confirms into critical art?
Off of V-trigger, yes. This is it was looking really good for no respect until Chris got his second V-trigger in the round.
Big, strong, start using that V skill.
Ooh, that was actually a very nice confirm from the initial V-trigger, because he was actually able to link V skill, because he was actually able to link 2 V skills in one combo.
Yeah, Biggie's tackle though, I'm gonna get a huge life loop because of it. I like the patience too. Oh, the wake up DP. Oh no.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right. Just Yuri and Tink. Let's see it.
Final round.
Well, you know, they both kind of have their own cheaty versions of V-trigger setups. However, Chris gets 2 most of the time.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10 he gets 2. And not to mention, too, only having to build up 2 bars. And that goes by pretty quickly. He shifts away, though, from the pressure. Then they get caught and punished for
Nice job, check.
with the tackle, keeping the pressure. Great anti-air. Activation time.
Oh, not like this, not like this, not like this, not like this!
Not going to be able to confirm into critical art because he didn't have the meter, but he is going to spend the meter to close out the first match.
Now,
Seth wins.
this V-trigger actually reminds me of Ibuki when she first came out. How she kind of tosses the bomb or the shuriken, or when she had the shuriken. And you kind of have to guess, like, okay, I'm put in this block string, and now I have to guess left or right. And if I guess wrong, I die. And this feels exactly like that. And she gets 2. And Seth gets 2.
You don't know how to get out of that?
I mean,
This one
like
right
wiggle
here?
tech.
Yo, just backdash into it so you don't get juggled. Thank you.
But I don't know which way is backdash.
You don't know what do you mean you don't? Just do it before he jumps.
I see what you're saying. So I have to get hit.
Yeah, you take the hit, a very minuscule hit. Like you'll take like, you know, maybe a strong or a jab, depending on, you know, it's an option. It's a old school thing. Or you can just uppercut it or do a special that knocks you down. It puts you airborne and knocks you down. There you
So
go.
just hold up. Just hold up.
Yep, hold up. You can do that too. But if you have super, nah, you're done.
Okay.
You're done. You're done. You're
All right. I will remember that next time. When I put it in the mix-up, I'll just hold up.
Yeah,
Well,
keep
you
that in mind.
gotta be airborne though. Not if you're, you know, pre-jump frames, you're screwed. It'll hit you as a full-on ground combo.
Round 1.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm screwed.
We'll have to see if Same scenario there. Plays out for no respect. Going in though. Nice strong start here for Chrissy CH. Keeping the pressure going. Big damage to follow. Using the D skill ender. Nice.
Whoa, what an anti-air. Yo, you see that tech right there? You see that corner tech, right? Where he does jab into crouch roundhouse? It actually beats EX headbutt. It low profiles EX headbutt, which is hilarious.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's cheeky. Oh, that's me. It's going in with the EX tackle here.
20 seconds into the round and Chris already has retrigger.
Yes.
Oh. Bounce out basketball. Bounce it. Oh wow, what a wish punish.
Yeah.
Ready for the V-shift punish. I like it. I like it.
A reversal. And we're not really seeing no respect throw out a lot of cells here, which I think is fine. Going in with the DX toggle because it has a lot of startup. Uh-oh.
Oh no, the second V-trigger ball.
You ever play that game where like you have a balloon blown up and you like keep bouncing up in the air and you can't let it touch the floor?
Seth wins.
I mean, is it a game or is it something you do when you see a balloon?
I think a little bit of both, but that's what I imagine Seth is like when he activates V-trigger and he's just bouncing your hand up in the air. Can't let him touch the floor.
Well, good job to Chris. Moves on to losers finals, where he faces Samurai, and the winner of that gets to fight Brian F.
Yeah. Now I'm kind of curious to see what the pick is going to be from Chris 68 going up against Samurai, because obviously again Samurai very skilled Uma player, and we're seeing a little bit of a mix between Seth and Sakura.
But before that, what do we have coming up for us, Vi? I believe we have a video for the Richie Knows thingy.
I think Maya knows.
Yeah, we do. We have one more video. It's the one that we showed last week. It shows some of the familiar faces that were on the project. So it's just I miss y'all. If there's an opportunity to work with you guys, I'm gonna have you in there. So slowly but surely, we're not at live events full-fledged yet, but expect a little bit more down the road. All right, without further ado, I'm gonna play it. Stand by.
Gamers,
Geeks, nerds,
cool people,
Richie Knows.
Your local gaming community.
is alpha testing,
Alpha testing
in our city.
right here.
Get in on the ground floor.
Compete in the largest ever engagement competition in the San Fernando Valley.
4 weeks, 720 hours.
What are you offering? Tons of free food.
Amazon gift cards.
Ooh. Hook up with your own gaming community.
That alone is worth the price of admission.
We need your input.
Help us make it great.
Be a part of the Richie Knows
Be a part of our
Test.
alpha test.
Join our alpha test. Go to richieknows.com.
Yeah, there it is. So again, there is a tournament that is coming up next week, Street Fighter V tournament that we are helping Richie Knows run, which they're gonna give out some Amazon gift cards for prizes. So first place would be $100 Amazon gift card. Second place $75. Third place would be $50. And one thing I forgot to mention. You will also receive a free $10 Amazon gift card just by participating. Okay, so yeah, just by participating, you go in there, you go 0-2, you get $10 of Amazon gift cards. Yes. Oh, can't hear you. What'd you say, Stu?
Is there a cap to the tournament?
Is there a cap? So it's West Coast region only, and I'm just by the data that how many people would enter the tournament. We're not expecting like a whole grip of people, but just enough. Like if you guys are free to enter a tournament on Friday, next week, not this week, next week Friday, full free. you know, if it starts to get crazy, and then we'll like say, all right, guys, we ran out of gift cards, so you know, we'll let you guys know. So, but you know, in case that happens, but I doubt it will. If it does, great. If it doesn't, you know, it's all good. It's just a tournament for you guys. Want to play something? You can tap in match. No, not match arena. I keep saying match arena, but Richie knows. Boom.
It's I was gonna say the tournament itself is smash.gg/RICHIE-KNOWS. It's August 20th. In case you need the date.
It's not a venue. It's an online tournament, so it's open to West Coast players. So same eligibility as Wednesday Night Fights, all up to Texas. Canada and Mexico, you know, they're not allowed. Only U.S. So only U.S. All right, we got a top 3 to play, so I'll take it back to you guys. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna get right into speaker action. But please, again, go check out richyknows.com. It is a fantastic social network for gaming. It's got a lot of really cool features. You can find venues in the area, local gaming business, your sales, and also connect online. It's a really, really cool application, and it works really well on your phone. They are testing it out right now. But speaking of testing things out, we are going to put a Shodown test dress. We got Chris CCH coming up against Samurai.
Ooh, this is gonna be a really, really good match because it's Samurai and it's Chris, and both of these guys normally win Wednesday Night Fights, but now they have to win against each other to fight the current invader. I'll call him the invader, Brian F. Who's waiting for them in grand finals. So a very exciting match, very exciting 2 matches coming up, at least 2 matches.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun because, again, we're seeing Samurai bringing in the Akuma, and we're seeing Chris CCH either going to have the Seth or the Sakura, I would expect, and they are going to have to face off against a Brian F. So the salty run back with Samurai and Brian F. We're seeing a little bit of replay from LCQ. You know, see if Samurai can bounce back, or is Chris CCH going to come in and potentially reign supreme? He's he's won grand finals quite a number of times. I believe last week he placed 2nd for Wednesday Night Fights. We'll have to see how this pans out for him.
All right, so Chris again with the Seth pick. I wonder when he actually uses Sakura, because like this is like the 3 sets in a row that I've seen him use in tournament.
Yeah, it's got to be matchup specific if he's gonna bring out the Sakura. That would be my guess there.
And we do know that Samurai also has a Ryu, and sometimes he would actually use a Ryu in tournament. I just don't know when though.
Maybe it's a similar situation with the Sakura, but the thing I appreciate here too that I didn't get a chance to comment on, the utilization of that V skill. We saw it right there, great punish because it is projectile invincible to a certain extent against those close range. Utilizing the V skill, especially at certain ranges, makes it very difficult to. And Akuma has slightly stubby normals as well, so he's gonna have a harder time punishing it if you face it correctly.
Oof. I like how Samurai is winning mostly just on fireballs here.
Yeah. Oh, that just wasn't enough to do it.
Look at that. You cannot even reversal that V-trigger. It's so messed up.
Yeah. Utilizing that upgraded fireball he gets from Akuma there. In the corner, throwing in the V-skill a second time. That's such a goofy laugh, Seth. That's what he does. I never actually listened to it before up until now, and hearing it like 4 times in a row.
It's like so maniacal and evil.
Yeah.
I do like how when both of them are like around like 10 seconds left and they both have very low health, they kind of change their style. Like one has to play kind of risky, they both play kind of risky, one plays a little more safe. Like I'm winning, I should run away. Like maybe I shoot fireballs now. And Chris is like, I'll wake up in EX legs. Like, oh man, it's kind of interesting to see the decisions that instantly change whenever they're put into this situation.
Nice punish there for Chrissy. Trying to even up life card. One with the throw. activation time, trying to use it again, but gonna get big
my
cutted.
God.
And I see the critical art not using it, going with the
Didn't
cradle.
spin the meter. No, we know what we say about that. You know that's a rule you cannot break. Okay, he got lucky.
Yeah. Okay, you know, he still spent it in a way, so it worked out. And it's also gonna put him in a nice spot coming into the next round. We'll have 2 bars.
Oh no, Samurai missed his low can confirm, but Chris got his. That's the difference between game point in the corner and not.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Again, utilizing that V skill, it's a check. And it pulls your opponent in a little bit closer. I don't see the slide very often there.
Ooh. So what was very smart there was Chris did a slide, right? If he blocked it, then he would activate V trigger. But if he got hit, then you don't activate trigger. So it's kind of like a reverse confirm. So like, I still can't do that yet because I really haven't really practiced it. But it's actually really nice to see someone actually follow through. That if they do get hit, you don't activate, and if they don't get hit, then you activate.
Yeah, because it makes the activation safe. It's a similar scenario with like Chun-Li going into confirm it, closing out the match. But it's a similar situation with Chun-Li when she has the V trigger too, and she utilizes her slide. She can actually make that. So it's nice to see that implemented in a different way.
Set wins.
Chris CCH 1 up.
Now, something about Chris that I really do like that he does is that he has a lot of spacing traps where he will put himself in a situation where he's just right outside of any button, outside the range of any button you press. And if he presses a button right, then he'll punch you with like a light that converts into like either hands or EX leg. And in that instance, right, he was able to put Samurai in the spacing trap where Chris pressed light kick and it converted into the hands, which converted into the super. And if any other range, if the light kick doesn't hit, then nothing comes out. So like I do know Chris does have a lot of these traps because I've fallen for it many times.
And speaking about traps, has that V trigger handy. Not a chance to activate it here and 1 hit away from stun. Doc, unfortunate there. Samurai gonna close out the round.
Well, that was a very unfortunate round for Chris. However, it's not over yet. He's only up 1-0. This is losers final, so it's a first of 3. Misconfirm.
Thousand hands, alright. And it's not detrimental to get hit by the fireball. I mean, you know, it is still damage, but at the end of the day, it's outright. Akuma doesn't get a whole lot of OP off of it. Nice. There with it.
Ooh, I love it whenever I see a player is able to perform a deep DP. Like usually when someone jumps at you and you see a DP, like okay, yeah, he made a DP. But when it's like a deep DP, like you know this guy was like he's ready to take any jump in.
Yeah. Oh, still not able to utilize the V reversal on the activation. When will Samurai learn? You gotta block it out.
Oh no! I don't think this is gonna kill.
No, it's not gonna kill. Oh my god, that was 40% of his life just gone.
But you know what it gave him? It gave him a second V trigger. You know what that means?
And he's pretty close there to get in that but it's not close enough. Samurai brings it back to even up the scoreboard.
I thought actually that Chris was gonna activate V trigger and get that comeback, but got that nice low medium kick there from Samurai.
Yeah, Samurai really makes the adjustments, and I kind of like to see it a little bit more selective aggression. Things working in his favor. I think that's actually pretty detrimental to landing that kill because Seth gets that upgraded fireball from Akuma, and that again, Seth has some decent mobility in the game, and so adding that into it, I mean, look at it there. It's just combo extender. It's a nice check. It really can work out in his favor.
So sometimes I wonder, is it like there are some V skills that you steal that are just totally worthless, and there are some that are really good. And what I mean by worthless, as in like, once you steal it, you want to get rid of it because it's absolutely useless in every way, and you just like the neutral tool of the raw suction V skill. And I wonder where on the spectrum does it stand for Akuma?
That's actually a good point, and I would imagine that gaining the V skill in this situation, he came back from that, but the fade away, the overhead. Damn.
And that was really smart from Samurai because he had V-Trigger active.
Yeah.
And all his DPs are actually considered reversals and invincible. So he could have wake up thrown, he could have wake up DP, he could have wake up anything. And Chris was like, I think he did a delay tech because that was probably the safest option. And Samurai was like, you know what? I think you might delay tech, so I'm just gonna do it. An insta air light.
Hey, you know, go with the smart stuff that works out in your face. That's smart stuff. Activation time. Nice. Oh no. On it. That's not smart.
Well, I think that was smart because that was the same situation last game that Samurai won. However, this same situation, Samurai changed up and did a wake up DP instead of a wake up light.
Yeah, but I imagine that Chris would have expected that they're, you know, playing it safe. And even then, if the DP had landed, I mean, Chris still had such a huge life deficit. But either way, it's still going in favor of Chris and going into another round per round. Oh.
Oh, we're gonna see the ball mix up. Ooh, look at that confirm. He did not activate. I like it when that happens.
All right,
Here we go. Here we go.
Time. Ooh.
Just ate it raw. With the red fireball. Wow. How much damage is this gonna do?
Okay, I didn't think it was gonna kill just because of the huge still.
Oh. Now Samurai's turn.
Alright, Chris on the defense now. I'm getting so stressed out watching.
Oh my god, one touch and Samurai will kill you. One touch. That light kick in the super?
Alright.
Oh wow, oh my god, that risk?
Samurai bet it all.
You know, that
Red,
was
but it did not come back.
That was an interesting situation that Samurai Shelf put him in. He did a dive kick, which I think was minus when he landed, and he just DP'd. And I was like, that was literally an all-in. And even if he landed it, right, I don't think it would have killed Chris. So that was a very interesting decision there. I'm not gonna question it because Samurai's a god.
Yeah, I see you mentioned in chat maybe Samurai was guessing or betting on Chris to take this and try to by pressing a button, but if I actually respect the choice of Chris to continue to play defensive, especially with the timer running out like that and still having the life lead. Alright, activation time. Is Samurai gonna be able to block this one? Oh, he did and broke the throw with it.
Ooh,
nice.
yes, that's a great defensive follow-up to blocking everything as well. You don't see too many you never really see too many people block that type of mix-up.
You're absolutely right, and especially not only that, but blocking the throw after, breaking the throw after. But
Now I'm curious now, right? Because like Samurai blocked it, but optimal solution honestly is to just take the hit and be airborne, right, Vi?
yeah, right. Hold up. Interesting little game of leapfrog there, getting the V skill upgraded fireball.
Wow. Yeah, Chris is getting a lot of these activations.
Yeah, big V-trigger activation time. Samurai's gonna have to try to block it a second time around, but guess what's wrong? This puts Chris at match point.
So what's actually messed up about this, right? Like, depending on the setup you put in, you might have to block high or low. Oh, look at that trap right there. That's one of the traps I was talking about that Chris usually puts in. So you have to block high or low. You have to block left or right. And if you even if you block it, you still have to block something afterwards because you're put in the negative situation after all that. That's actually really messed up. And he gets two of these around.
Now, Chris is really exploiting it to the best of his ability. Waking up with the EXGP here to cradle. And I like the use of that. With the V reverse the pressure off them. Activation time here from Samurai.
Ooh, that did like a start of his life.
Yeah, a lot of big behind those punches. I'm going with the pro.
Oh, not like this, not like this, not like this, not like this, Samurai, no! Not with this move.
Oh no, not in the corner. Oh! Oh!
What?
Oh!
What? Yo, that's just not fair. That's just not fair.
Wins.
I saw it sitting there. It was sitting there. It was just hanging out like they were like lifelong friends.
That was because like, I thought like Samurai was cleared of it because he's in the corner. He reversed so he didn't get hit. He was able to stand off for a few seconds, and out of nowhere, Pop gets hit, dies. I'm just like, wait a second, what? Wait, what? What?
My heart goes out to Samurai after watching that. My heart also goes out to all of these players, and make sure yours does too by checking out the Match Arena. Again, all the codes are used up for today, but you can still go and donate. Also complete Sponsorship Plus on the right hand side. Go give some love to these players, and thank you to everybody who has donated so far. It is very much appreciated to support this tournament series, support the players. Shout outs to Flamoctopus, Mr. Mistopheles, fellow WNF commentator, Shorty Stacker, and so much more. Oh, I see Brian F throwing in the $30
number one contributor right there. He's paying himself right now. That's what he's doing.
Absolutely throwing in the love. And of course, you guys can throw in the love as well by supporting the players tonight. You can go follow them. Again, we mentioned Brian F. He has a fantastic series. You can go and follow him there. Obviously, Chris CCH and Samurai, a bunch of these other players that stream. Make sure and go support them. We wouldn't have this tournament tonight if it wasn't for all these players. You know,
All right, so on our way to grand finals here, Chris CCH coming in from losers, Brian F dominating his way from winners. Chris will have to win twice to eliminate the Texan now. They're looking pretty grim, but you know what? I'd rather see Chris fight Brian right now than Samurai, because Samurai versus Chris, now Samurai versus Brian, it was kind of a 3-0 beatdown. Samurai, but yeah. Really curious what Chris uses. Could be Seth with the messed up V trigger. Could be Sakura, the messed up light kick. We'll see.
That's a good point. One of the 4 horsemen is of the apocalypse is Sakura's standing light kick. That thing is a menace to reckon with. But we're gonna have to see here coming up. I am curious too, though, because again, the patience that Brian F has in these matchups, and I think if we're talking about patience, CCH keeps his cool. He definitely keeps his cool under pressure. So we're gonna kind of see that come from both sides here. Going in with the Sakura pick. All right.
Ooh, okay. Well, I mean, Sakura does have a little bit more health than Seth, because Balrog, honestly, if Balrog punches Seth is just honestly dead. So I'm really curious. Oh, okay. Nice start for Chris CCH. Brian F already in the corner.
Rough situation too, because again, Sakura's got the shimmy game on lockdown. Really fast mobility. She's got to be careful. But I think Balrog does a little bit better job at closing a distance very quickly. Damage though from Chris CCH right here. A lot of pressure.
Okay, so Chris right now is absolutely dominating the neutral here.
Activation time, but not able to pull anything from it. Chris CCH for the first round.
So Brian knows that target combo into V-trigger activation is definitely -2. And he got counter hit there on the activation. So I was wondering if Brian was testing Chris, if he knew that that activation was minus. I honestly would not test Chris because Chris is a high level player.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think he's that one. Chris knows quite a bit. He's experienced, you know, facing off with other Rock players, like Matoa. So this isn't a new matchup for him. And we don't see these two play against each other a lot, but Brian F going to swing things back around in his favor. That was a huge life lead he had too. Ooh.
It's okay. Chris goes into this round with 2 bars of meter, and Brian really has nothing other than his fundamentals. So we'll see if this meter advantage will actually carry Chris into the second game with a win.
Yeah, and I think because Balrog has a little bit higher life bar here, we're not going to see that big damage that Sakura has really come into play quite as strong as she does in the other matchups. But on the opposite end of things, Balrog definitely can put some damage on the board, and we're seeing that as her life bar is being melted away by only a few combos. Right, big activation time. Lots to follow. In the corner with the throw.
Take these throws. Oh no, oh no. Lots of meters, lots of V-triggers.
Uh-oh. Getting off. Interesting.
What a reset! That was pretty smart. That's pretty smart.
I wasn't expecting the reset, I'm not gonna lie, but it worked out really well.
So the best part was that was a counter hit reset, I think.
Yeah.
So that means Chris was probably either mashing a button, mashing backdash, doing something, and he got hit, got blown up for it. Because if he just took the raw combo without the reset, Chris would have lived.
Oh yeah. 100%, and that's when I saw that playing out, I almost expected that. But big punish here on the missed DP. Nice work.
Oh man, this is a strong game for Brian F. Now, what's hilarious was that low rush was actually very punishable on block. So I'm not sure why Brian did that.
Your guess is as good as mine. I did like the shimmy though, coming into play. That worked out pretty well. So that's something you would expect to see, because Balrog's dash is pretty okay. So it definitely worked out on his favor, kept him guessing. Alright, going in with the throws now.
Oh, great shimmy. Great shimmy. One more throw for the Dizzy.
Oh, missed.
One more shimmy for the win. Never mind.
Yeah, nice shimmy there. Fortunate right up missed throw.
Oh, wow. Oh, these confirms though. These confirms in the corner carry. Take the throw.
Using V reversal, try to get out of there. Ooh. Crush.
Take these throws.
Oh, there's activation time. Take you to the other side of the screen. It show you a new home in the corner. Oh.
Okay. I like how Chris is kind of trying to interrupt these, trying to timing, and Brian F's trying to vary the timing on his V-trigger punches. He was able to trade one of them. I think he was hoping for a non-trade, but either way it worked. Unfortunately, Chris was still pressing buttons and got him in the end.
Yeah, it really worked out in Chris. I think, again, it's a matter of a lot in the matchups and seeing two players with a high level of patience, but it just seems like Brian makes maybe the smallest mistake or gets caught by the shimmy. So it then becomes a matter of outplaying the...
So what's interesting is this, like every single neutral game I see Brian F play is like very careful and calculated here, right? Because against Dr. African, right, he had to play like a very careful neutral game. Otherwise, you know, he might get crushed 3 times in a row. And when you get crushed against Chris CCH, right, you instantly get corner carried. So like, it's very, very interesting watching like the neutral of these characters, because like you normally see Balrog, like they just EX dash, but just go in, they just go ham, right? So like seeing like a very thought out neutral spacing game with traps and everything is very, very fun to watch.
That's nice. Activation time from Chrissy Gates, and that V-trigger lasts quite a while if you're not getting it there. Trade on the anti-air. Oh, big punish.
Ooh, maximum punish.
Mm-hmm.
Round 2. Fight.
Hit with the 1, 2, 3, I guess, and take the crush with it there. Going in, take the throw.
So from what I understand, right, this matchup is actually not too easy, not easy for Balrog because he can't just willy-nilly throw out random dash punches because Sakura walk speed is actually fairly quick and it's very easy to misspace your dash punches. And if you even misspace it slightly, Sakura instantly punches you with a light kick into Tatsu or into a DP.
No, you're absolutely right, and I think again that's a big detriment here. But activation time for Brian F. Backing off a little bit. I kind of like it too, because utilizing the V trigger gives him a little extra speed with the dash. Oh!
Ooh, okay.
Oh!
So that entire time, Brian F, he was dashing back, jumping, getting in, dashing back. He was actually, I feel like he was actually waiting for that EX Tatsu to happen because he knows. And we've seen this plenty of times in other games, in other matches where if they have a V trigger, you know they're gonna activate. You know exactly what they're gonna activate. Like if it's Chun-Li, she's gonna slide and activate. If it's Bison, he's gonna slide and activate. If it's Sakura, she's gonna Tatsu and activate. So I feel like Brian already knew what was up.
No, you're absolutely right. We saw him do that jump back slide twice, and then it was almost like he was like ramping up for. He's prepping for. He's like, let me practice this like live in match. Lockdown in the corner from Christy CH. He's bad. The stun.
Now that was a very, very good corner. I would say corner poking annoyance right there.
Ooh, big crush guy.
Ooh, Chris making great usage of that roundhouse.
Yeah.
Take me throw.
Done.
Oh no, is this death?
Time. Oh.
Is this is a lot of damage.
Oh man.
It's okay. Oh my god, it's not okay.
No, it's not okay. It's not okay. No, it looked like got caught by the shimmy there from Brian F. Unfortunate, but Chris is gonna come up, bring things 2-2 right now.
Okay. Well, I actually thought Brian was gonna sweep this 3-1, but you know what? Chris is fighting back. He's hungry for the win. I want to see this happen. I want to see the reset. I want to see it go down to the wire, and I want to see Chris win in the end. But still, let's see what happens.
Yeah, definitely want to see more Street Fighter action. So I'm never upset at a reset, but I was expecting Brian to take it back, but we're seeing that twice now, where he seems to choke a little bit right at the end. So. Gotta maintain the steady pressure.
No, Chris is actually getting a lot more crushes in this set than Brian is. Maybe Sakura actually can fish for crushes a lot more easier than Balrog can. But it's very interesting how many times that Brian got crushed already in this set.
Using the reversal.
Was that confirmed or did he just do it? I don't know.
No,
take these throws. One more guess. Uh-oh. Oh my god.
Overhead! Oh! Look like missed the throw there for Christy CH. One hit away.
These fireballs are so dangerous against Balrog.
Oh!
That broken light kick.
The 4 horsemen. The standing light kick from Sakura. She can confirm from that too. It is absolutely detriment if you're playing against it.
Oh my god. That shimmy. I thought she got thrown. Okay, here comes the roundhouse abusing again. Oh no, the crush!
Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna get big screen carry off of that crush too with Balrog.
Oh, this
Missed the
hurt.
TP.
Oh, this is gonna die. You're dead. You're
Oh,
dead.
no. That is so unfortunate for Chris there, and that is also going to put Brian F at tournament point. He can carry this home.
Wow, just do it.
It's kind of a risky Tatsu, but I like it.
Oh my god, corner carry already with the super. His super's ready.
Utilize. I like that was smart V reversal. Take away that stun meter that was building up, and also get out of the corner.
Wow, what a trap.
Oh no.
Okay, here we go. We're waiting for the activation. There it is.
Oh, yep, there it is. Doesn't have critical orb, but has a ton of meter. Regular throw. I'll confirm. Oh, man.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god.
right into the fireball. That is unfortunate, but fortunate there for Chris CCH. It's gonna get the reset and bring things into what is it? What do they call Ultimate Grand Final?
Ultimate Grand Final. I think it's just the Grand Finals reset. I guess I don't know if it's Ultimate Grand Finals, but still.
Why not? The ultimate battle to the death, and then they have to face off against you, Stu.
Okay, so Chris resets the brackets. So it's what's the score now? Do we consider this a win for SoCal in the end? So is it like 4-1? It could be 4-2, I guess.
We're gonna.
Wait, he's not SoCal. He's California. He's like NorCal. No, he's Seattle. Never mind. Chris is Seattle.
Oh, Chris is Seattle? I thought he was NorCal.
No, he's Seattle.
Oh, well, you don't get any points then.
Dang it!
You're out.
California just lost.
Let's go, Tex. No, jokes aside, though, going into the grand final reset here, Brian F for Chris H. This is for all the marbles.
All right.
Man, that last round had me so stressed out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end up getting gray hairs just from watching Street Fighter.
Oh, these roundhouse crushes do so much. It puts him in the corner. It gives him Oki. It's the mental damage is actually kind of huge because like you have to figure out what to deal with that roundhouse, and if you don't deal with it, you're just gonna die.
Really stuck in the corner here. Brian F eating a ton of damage. A hit from stun. I hate speaking it into fruition, but it's up one round.
Round 2. Fight.
What's funny, right? During the Evo, was it Evo? Yeah, it was Evo, right? Last weekend, I had to fight against Chris in my Evo lower bracket, and then I picked Balrog against. No, I picked Zangief, never mind. But I would have picked Balrog or Zangief. But either way, like when I fight Chris, right, I really don't know what to do because that roundhouse and his corner pressure, and I actually have bad habits of teching, but like, so I'm trying to learn right now what Brian's doing to actually try to achieve victory against Chris CCH. So I'm actually learning a lot about like neutral here, not really like mix-ups or anything like that, or like defensive options, but just raw neutral here.
Yeah, because I would say in a weird kind of way, Balrog kind of wins in the neutral space if he can maintain the spacing that he wants. Obviously, because Sakura has such fantastic ability, that can be really difficult to achieve. But yeah, Brian F is really excelling in the neutral space. Ooh, miss it on the speed. They're gonna get punished.
Wow. The interesting thing about Sakura is that her limbs reach out so far that he can just kind of buffer into EX Fireball, into DP, and as long as he's out of range of Balrog, if he whiff punishes anything, it's usually gonna convert into a corner carry into Oki.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, big crush here. You spoke it into existence there. Got the full corner carry. Oh, hit away from
Oh
some
my god, he did it.
on the throw.
Attacking this throwing. It's so gutsy, and it's working.
Then bring out that light kick check.
Oh.
Oh.
So this is what I'm learning here. Punch her in the face.
Here you go, chat. You heard it first. That if there's one takeaway, or if there's two takeaways from today, spend the meter and punch her in the face. All right, Brian F gonna be one up on the board right now. Now I'm curious if Christy CH is gonna maybe go for the character switch here with the Seth, or just taking a break by kind of coming back into character select.
I think he's just taking a break because I feel like Sakura does have the advantage over Balrog because he can't just willy-nilly throw dash punches because of a really, really far-reaching light kick that punishes it. So maybe a break in momentum would really help this out because I feel like Chris does have what it takes to actually win this matchup and this set.
Oh, absolutely. Bringing out Sakura. Sticking with it.
Okay, score is 1-0. Brian F. Two more to win the tournament. Oh, I like that. Oh, we figured out something else because Brian was really doing these neutral jumps throughout the set, and Chris actually finally punished one of these, which is great.
Yeah, it was a great air-to-air too, throwing in the air tatsu like that. It gives you that little extra carry there. The reversal again, take the pressure off.
Whoa, he converted off of a standing fierce punch that was non-crush. That was actually interesting. I haven't seen him done that yet.
Again, utilizing that standing light kick. It's a great confirming tool. Give it to him again.
Wow, Chris is not afraid to shimmy. And after he fails shimmy, he'll shimmy again. And after he fails the shimmy, he'll shimmy again. There we go with the neutral jump, but this time he didn't get the air-to-air punish.
If I had $1 for every time Chris CH shimmied, I would donate it all to the Matcherino, just like chat can do right here. Make sure to do exclamation point Matcherino.
Uh-oh, Chris is in the corner. What's gonna happen?
Didn't have a lot of damage here, but finds an activation point. This is huge. Big turning point.
Oh no, no conversion?
Drops?
So this is the second time he's dropped something. Like earlier he dropped the crush counter combo, but I'm not sure what's going on.
Alright, using that V reversal. And Brian uses it very liberally at that too.
He does, and he's very effectively too, because every single time Brian reversals, it hits.
Yeah, and as Balrog, you don't necessarily need to have the activation there. It definitely can help cushion and add extra damage and carry. Uh-oh.
Not like this!
Oh no!
Chris, what are you doing?
Oh. Damage time in the corner for Christy States, but he's got tons of meter. Tried to
Oh dear.
Got caught with it. Punished.
Is it activation?
Oh.
Nice jab check by Brian.
Maintain it big. Oh! Caught with the EXDP.
Fireball too slow for him to spin around.
Yeah. Again, great utilization of the V reversal.
Ooh.
Closing it out.
Ooh.
That's tough for Brian F right now.
Does Chris need to take another breather? Does he need to reset the momentum up here? So it's 2-0 right now. Chris has to win 3 in a row against Brian F. That's a tall order.
That is. And to especially have brought it back from loser's side of things for the reset, like, Chris, you can't go down like this. Not yet. You have so much to live for.
Oh, this is
big
gonna
crush.
hurt.
Yep. god, that gives so much screen carry.
Oh my god. Whoa, that was interesting. Why the roundhouse whiff?
I'm not sure what quite happened there.
Oh,
big
Chris is getting
crush.
crushed left and right.
Uh-oh.
No confirms on low medium kick.
No, unfortunate. They're gonna have to eat the tab, it looks like. And this puts Brian again at tournament point. Seen this once before. Or Chris gonna be able to bring it back. Definitely gotta clean things up a little bit here. Missing some confirms and some opportunities to get big.
Brian F sneaking a little dash in there. Chris finally getting a crush.
Mm-hmm. No activation. Interesting. But there's going to be the activation point there after the EX Fireball. Oh, but Brian is ready.
Oh, not like this. Not like this. Please, not like this. Oh, that delay.
Oh. Oh, the health bar melting like butter. Adding some flavor, some seasoning to it, and Brian F getting the takedown in this week's Wednesday Night Fight champion.
Well, this week, Wednesday Night Fights goes to Texas, and Texas gets first. Seattle or Washington gets second, and California gets third, unfortunately. But you know what? This is Brian F's first Wednesday Night Fights, and what did he do? What he did was he won the Wednesday Night Fights. He was able to get Maturino to completely use up all the coupon codes. He even donated to become a top contributor as well, so he's basically paying himself.
Yeah, he really is.
But you know what he didn't do? He didn't run into me, okay? I'm just letting you know. He might beat me, though. But I'm just saying, okay? I didn't join a tournament because, you know, I don't know, man. We'll see.
Maybe there'll be next week. We'll have the Stupendous versus Brian F grand finals match. You guys just have to wait for it. And that means you guys will have to come back. But again, thank you everybody for joining us today. Please make sure to check out that match arena. Although the codes are used up, you can still complete sponsorship quests on the right-hand side. And if you got a little extra in your pocket, you can definitely donate it. Also, check out the Drive match arena. And as well, make sure to go check out, we were talking about it a little bit today, but Richie Knows. It is a fantastic application designed as a social network for gamers. Has a ton of really cool features, including finding other gamers in your local area, finding deals at local gaming places, as well as connecting with gamers so you can team up online, track tournaments, and there's even a cool tab to vent. It's like a mental health spot for gamers, you could say. They you can check that out over at richieknows.com. They're also running a tournament that is partnered, I guess you could say, with Level Up Live. Going to be hosted with Level Up Live August 20th. There is going to be prize for top 3, the $100 gift card for first place. For Amazon, $75 Amazon gift card for second, and $58 Amazon gift card for third. And it is open up to the West Coast US region, so make sure to go check that out over at smash.g/Richie-Knows. That's RICHIE-KNOWS. And I believe every entrant there can also get a free $10 Amazon gift card as well. Again, you do have to be within the West Coast US region. Keep that in mind, but make sure to go check that out. And speaking of checking things out too, you can also go take a look at MetaView as well, partnered with Wednesday Night Fights. I know I'm going through the spiel right here, but if you want to see some more great Street Fighter action from tonight, or even other fighting games, you can go check out. They post all the highlights and more. Are they now on both Apple and Android, iOS and?
Yes, they are. Great memory. Yeah, they just recently launched on Android, so now no excuse. You can flip up your phone if you missed Wednesday Night Fights or any amazing FGC events. Check that out. They usually post the highlights the day after. So I mean, for Wednesday Night Fights, you'll see it like around noon on Thursday. Catch it all. These two beautiful faces up here on the mic. Yes, y'all. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Now, Stupendous, thank you so much for joining me tonight. If people want to hear the fantastic things that you have to say, where can they go find you? Oh, you're muted.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
They can find me either on Twitter at Happy Stupendous, or they can find me on Twitch at Stupendous.
Easy enough. And of course, if you guys want to find me and hear the nonsense things that I have to say, I will be getting back into the streaming game. So the commentary game, taking my, off of my vacation. Now you guys can go find me on Twitch at Flexus __, Twitter at Flexus_, and Instagram at FlexusFGC. Of course, make sure to go follow up Level Up Live and Alex Valle for more fighting game. Fantastic way to keep up to date with the latest and greatest in the West fighting game scene. Until then, adios, guys, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, guys.